Hello, Leo. Welcome to your full moon in Scorpio reading. So, okay, before we get started, I want to say a couple of things. Number one, regarding personal readings, I've been listening to my own advice and I am going to take a little bit of time off of those. I have a few scheduled next week and I'm cutting them off at that. I need to practice some self-care. So if you want to, you can reach out to me for readings for the following weeks, maybe even 2 weeks out. I need some time to just recuperate. Okay. So especially with this full moon. So, all right. Also with the Scorpio full moon, obviously Scorpio represents transformation. So that means during this time you can have a lot that's kind of surfacing, things that are hidden in your subconscious, past things that are not fully dealt with. And, this is giving you the opportunity to either face it head on and do shadow work and process it and release with the full moon, or to just kind of turn a blind eye and not deal with it and then, end up repeating the cycle later. So it is totally up to you, but that is pretty much a theme that's happening with this full moon. Okay. So, like a couple of signs, there seems to be this energy of like major changes in your personal life right now. So to start your reading off, you have the Hierophant. So this can represent committed partnerships. This can represent your jobs, your school, things like that. This can even be your spirituality. So this is essentially structures, right? But the way that I am seeing this card, and this is Taurus energy, the way that I'm seeing this card is you have the owl up here, and owls represent wisdom. They also represent psychic vision. And this owl is reading a book to this little girl. And so the way that I'm seeing this is that this owl has a wealth of knowledge that he is imparting, or they are imparting on this child, right? And I'm feeling like this energy of incredible strength from this card because of this tree that they're in. And the tree looks like it's pretty tattered, like it's been through a few storms in its life. But it's still strong enough to hold up this giant owl and this child. And so I'm getting this sense that you've really withstood a lot of turbulent circumstances in your life, and you're still standing. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from that. So to clarify, that is the Four of Wands, and as you can see, it's a home, right? And then also the Two of Swords, and then you have a bird home right here. And the Two of Swords can be about needing to make a decision, and it can be about not having all the information in order to do that. It can also represent confusion, and additionally, it can be about needing to make a logical decision that does not include emotions. Okay, and I see here, like with these two people standing on top of this house here, this could have to do with your home life. It could have to do with like moving houses, just because you have, these two houses represented here. It can have to do with a partnership even. Obviously that's going to be different for everybody, but either way, I do see that there is a big decision that's needing to be made here. And because the Hierophant is here, I do feel like that it is like the decision you make will be for your highest benefit. You may even be relying on somebody who is like a spiritual guide or teacher for you, to assist you in this process of making the right decision for yourself. So, okay, you have the Judgment card in reverse, and the Judgment card upright is like a card of awakening, okay? And again, this kind of ties into what I'm saying here about like not really having all the information, all the facts. there could be a lot that's just really unclear in this situation that you're in. Like you don't have all the information. You don't fully even know why things are happening the way that they're happening. But the thing is that it is going to transform you. This is your goddess energy, and it is going to transform you. I cannot actually say, hold on. Okay, I cannot actually say that name, but that's what it is. I got this deck because I wanted to learn more about different goddesses. And so you are going through a transformational process, which, of course, aligning with the Scorpio moon. If you have any placements in Scorpio or the 8th house, I totally recommend that you look into those so you can kind of get an idea of the placements that are going to be highlighted during this cycle, okay? Because, you know, through this transformation, like I said, there's a lot that is revealed in order for us to do so. And so it's really helpful to know what your placements are so that you can have a pretty good idea and sort of, know what to expect, okay? So, but the thing about it is that here are the cards that you have, and this is my Law of Attraction deck. I just got it. I actually ordered all of them, but I just got this one. So, look, happiness and inner peace. And that's what I'm saying about like this like leading you in the right direction. It's like spiritually, like, okay, on an emotional and mental and physical level, it may be unsettling. You don't have a Tower card, so that's good. But in the long run, like you're moving into this kind of energy where it's inner peace and happiness. And that's part of the transformation that you're going through. I feel like you're really, that you're needing to make a move in your life. It just seems as though like you don't have a full understanding of why, and sometimes we don't ever get those answers, but sometimes we do. So you have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles can very much be a card of like, putting in a lot of work with very little results. It can also be feeling like, you're in a situation that's just not working for you and you're ready to invest in a new one. So, and it can be both, like both of those could apply to your current situation. It's a very peculiar card here with all these heads rolling around in the sand. I really like what I'm getting from this is like I was saying, there's just a lot that is really just hasn't really been revealed, a lot that just isn't understood. But this person seems to be just like doing their job, even though they may not fully have all the answers, because it doesn't really make any sense. It's like, why are these heads rolling around in the sand? But this person is continuing to work, like they're raking, like it's not stopping the process. And so even though you don't have all of the information, you may not fully understand, why the trajectory is moving in the way that it is for you. It's like you're having faith that this has to be for your highest good or else it wouldn't be happening. That's what I'm getting, okay? So, again, you have some cards of movement. I'm going to get to those in just a second. So you have the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles is typically a card of like reciprocity. It can also be about receiving. So with the Hierophant here, you could be receiving, like I said, guidance from a spiritual teacher, something that is really like helping you move along, like helping you go through this transformation with much more ease and comfort, okay? Additionally, it can be about like there was just an imbalance in the situation that you're in, and that maybe you just don't understand why, it's like you don't have the clarity that you would like to have as to why it wasn't balanced for you. And it just seems as though like, see, when I'm seeing these bugs picking these up, I'm seeing breadcrumbs. It's like what you were receiving was breadcrumbs, and like it just wasn't enough. And see, this person is very happy. I'm seeing you, Leo. You're down here, and this person, like, this could be, it can be a person you were with. It can be anything, right? It can be a job that I'm talking about. It's just it's a pretty big transformation. I am seeing that it has to do with a home life, but it can also just be about your stability, okay? But it's like, you know, whoever you had in your environment, they seem to be happy. But it's like you were kind of getting breadcrumbs down here. Like you weren't getting enough to bring you joy, okay? And so it's like, even though you know that this is a struggle to go through, you're heading into inner peace. You're heading into happiness, which I think I dropped. Yeah, you're heading into happiness. And see, this says here to write in your gratitude journal and to practice self-love. And maybe that's what this was about, was to teach you self-love. And that's the transformational process that you're going through. I also just thought of the root chakra. So there could be an imbalance in your root chakra in, you know, your ability to ground yourself and, you know, your personal stability. You know, maybe you just didn't feel very secure in this situation that you were in. And like moving forward, you're moving into a life in which you feel more secure. Okay. So let's get to these cards. Oh, and also you had the home card. So again, I do feel like this all has to do with your home or your stability. So you do have the Death card. This is the card of Scorpio. And you have the Four of Cups and the Six of Swords. And these all came out together. And so with the Four of Cups, it can be like you felt like you were taken for granted, or somebody just wasn't fully seeing the situation. Do you see how this person is putting a cup over this rose? And it's like, why are they doing that? Why are they doing that to this rose? You know, and that's kind of the energy that I'm getting, where you're just like, you're like watching this person and you're like, why are they doing this to me? Why are they acting like this? I don't understand. And that's a lot of what I'm getting, is that you don't understand with this Judgment in reverse. Wow, this is a really interesting interpretation of the Six of Swords. And so it seems as though these birds are lifting this person out of the water. So it's like these birds are saving this person from like certain death or, you know, doom, which is really interesting because it came with the Death card. And so maybe the way that this is that, or what this is saying is like the trajectory that you were on was leading you down a path of emptiness and just not being whole and happy and satisfied in your life, you know? And it's like you're being delivered from that. And it may not fully feel that way right now, but you're being delivered. You're being given an amazing opportunity to transform, because the Death card is also rebirth, which is a transformation. And I equate butterflies with Scorpio energy and 8th house energy. That's just me, but I do. And you also have a butterfly right here. You actually have butterfly garden. So again, that's 3 transformations here. Also, this butterfly garden, this can be about receiving unexpected news, okay? And then you also have that. You have the incoming card. So I feel like you're going to be receiving a lot of insights and good news moving forward that is going to enable you to have a greater appreciation for life, okay? I also want to look at this. Yeah, it says curiosity and discovery and appreciating the small moments in life. And so I feel like in the way that things were for you in the recent past is that it's like it took away from your ability to just really appreciate the moments, you know? And now it's like you're given this golden opportunity to move forward in a way of life where you can really appreciate, you know, and be grateful and, you know, be more open to receiving abundance, because maybe before you just had blockages because you were so busy focusing on working for these breadcrumbs or picking up breadcrumbs, that you weren't really seeing all that life had to offer. You know, and it's like, I do feel like you're getting that opportunity now. So you have trust, and this is your shadow energy. So maybe this is something that you really struggle with. Like maybe, you know, you've been falling back on this, why is this happening so much? And remember I said, like, there's a lot of that energy here of just like, I don't understand. And so this is here to tell you, like, through this full moon cycle, the message is for you to really allow yourself to just trust, you know, trust that this process is moving you into a happier way of living. And it may not feel like that right now, but like, you are being delivered. You're being delivered from a really tough situation, even if it doesn't feel like that right now. And like, you deserve to be in a situation with people who don't try to cover up your beautiful flower. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be able to bloom and blossom and grow and flourish and just live in abundance without somebody trying to cover you up with a cup. Like, this person obviously has no gratitude for the beauty of this flower, and like, you deserve better than that, you know? And that's what I'm getting from this. So you have inspired action. So you're really needing to listen to your intuition and just take steps, even if it's baby steps. And I'm always telling people this, like, if you really want to manifest your desires, you have to take baby steps every day. This shows the universe that you were committed, okay? And don't put so much attention to it, because if you put too much attention into something that you want, it actually kind of does the opposite, has the opposite effect. So it's like, you just do one little thing and then you go and you focus on things that you enjoy. You know, I like to take walks, and I have my plants, and I have my dogs and my kids and things like that. And you know, it's you just do a little bit, and then you come over here and you do things that you love to do, and you keep that vibration high. All right. So you're needing to focus on doing that, because I think this was it. Yeah. Because look what you have: the Wheel of Fortune and good fortune. I mean, isn't that awesome? I mean, this is what you have coming towards you. Like I said, look at all this happiness, inner peace. Oh, and also with these here, this weaving flowers, this is essentially what I was just trying to say. It's like taking the little bits that you're getting from the universe and you're weaving it all together to create something new. You get to create your own trajectory. You get to decide that, okay? And so essentially, you just take these little ideas that you have, make little baby steps, listen to your intuition, you know, make tiny little moves, that kind of thing. You know, just a little bit at a time. You don't have to rush into anything. And it's like, through this process, through your weaving that you're doing, you're creating a beautiful butterfly garden, you know? And butterfly gardens are so amazing because they attract butterflies, you know, to them. And so this process that you're going through makes you so much more attractive, okay? Because it's like you've confronted all of the parts of yourself that maybe you weren't aware of, okay? And you're transmuting them and you're transforming, and then you're taking little bits out of the universe and you're weaving it all together and you're creating something beautiful, and it attracts the same energy to you, okay? So, I mean, this is a really beautiful reading, to be honest with you. So I think that that's all that I have. No, I want to say this one too. This was on the bottom of the deck. This is Flamingo. And this is all about enjoying your friends and finding balance in chaos. Like finding, and it doesn't have to necessarily be chaos. It could just be an unstable environment, or just an environment that just wasn't really the best for you. And now you're dealing with your emotions and you're mastering. You're practicing self-mastery, which is all of this energy that I was talking about right here, this transformation, you know, this butterfly energy. So, okay, that's what I have for Leo. I'm going to do Virgo next.